What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be showing you guys a brand new product from Hard Impact Designs. It's going to be a quick release for your guys' rooftop tent. It's going to be super simple. Let's get into the video. You guys have probably already noticed I don't really run my rooftop tent anymore on the truck. Reason why is just it's kind of been a pain putting it on, taking it off, and stuff like that. As you guys do know, when you get a rooftop tent, it does come with a bunch of hardware like this, and once it's bolted on, you just want to leave it on the truck. You don't want to take it off anymore. So the cool thing about this brand new company, what they actually designed, it's going to make my life easier when I do want to use my tent on the truck. It's going to get installed here. This bracket will go onto your roof rack. For example, mine's going to go on the Prinsu roof rack, and it's literally going to be a quick release. So whenever I do want to take it off, I just take off the quick release, tent comes off. Super simple, nothing too hard about it. And installation literally probably takes about 5 minutes, just depending how strong you are and how heavy your tent is. I do want to mention something on the tent rails though, but we'll get into that in a bit. Let's show you guys exactly what comes in the package. At the end of the video, you guys do want to go ahead and purchase it. I'll make sure to link it in the description box below along with the discount code. So before we show you what comes inside the package, I wanted to let you guys know, as far as the tools, all you really need is going to be a socket and a wrench and an Allen key. So it's going to be that simple. So inside the package, you're going to get an instruction manual. It's going to tell you what comes included in the package. It's also going to tell you exactly how to install it, and it's pretty simple. So coming right over here, this is what's going to come in the package. It's going to come with a couple stickers. It's going to come with some brackets that you're going to need to actually install it. It's going to come with some nuts, screws, washers, vibration dampening. It's also going to come with a set of keys because yes, you're going to be able to lock your tent onto your actual rack. And then it's going to come with 4 of those mounting points. 3 of them are going to have the locking pins, and then 1 of them is going to have an actual lock. That's why the keys are there. The first thing we're going to do is work on the tent side. So what you're going to want to do is grab these 4 brackets. You're going to want to go ahead and grab these big washers. You're going to want to go ahead and grab the split washers. It's going to be less of them, and the way you can tell the difference is one of the split washers are going to be thicker and one of them are going to be thinner. So we're going to be grabbing the ones that are thinner and less of. And then as far as the bolts, you're going to notice this one has like an Allen key, and this one's going to be like with the socket. We're going to be grabbing the ones with the Allen key. Those are the bolts we're going to need. And then we're also going to need these 3M papers. What this is going to be a vibration dampener. Keep in mind, my setup that I do have here, these are more of the prototype ones. So when you guys get your kit in the mail, it's actually going to come with a different type of vibration dampening. So keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot better than this. For me, once again, I have the prototype ones. So this is what I'm going to work with. Use it as an example for you. We're going to go ahead and grab all the brackets, but we're only going to be grabbing the top half. And the way you can tell what goes to the tent is this piece here, which has the pins. This half here is what's going to go to your rack or wherever you're mounting it to. Keep that in mind. So this is going to go for the tent. We're going to grab all 4. And of course for this one, it has a key. So let's go ahead and now move on to the tent with our 4 brackets. So the first step is grabbing those 4 brackets. One thing I did want to tell you guys, it depends on what tent you have, but it's a bigger size rail. In a minute, I'll show you my other tent, which has a smaller rail. These brackets won't work on it. You can still use it, but you're going to have to get another type of attachment to make it work, or you're going to have to take off the whole rail in general and install this from the inside. So keep that in mind, but it will work overall, and it's a good option. So basically what you do with these is you're going to slide 2 of them in on one side of the rail for now, and then another 2 at the bottom for now. Once you do that, what you want to do is kind of space these out. So for this next step, you're going to want to go ahead and get 2 of the screws that you just set up. You're going to want to go ahead and get 1 of the brackets. So per bracket, it's going to take 2 screws. And the way you know how this is mounted is you're going to go ahead and see the rod here. So you want this to be on the outward position. So meaning the top of the tent is here, that's the outward position. So when it's mounted, you can freely stick your hand in there, pull the pin. If you install it this way, you're gonna struggle because you're gonna have to have a long arm and some weird approaches. You don't wanna do that. So make sure you mount it this way. And then once you know the position to it, now what you do, go ahead and grab your screw and you're gonna just start screwing these away. And we're gonna repeat the process to all of the 4 brackets. One thing to take note on is don't screw these things down all the way. You wanna make sure they're still loose, so when you install it on the tent, you can still move it around. So now that we finished up with the tent, up next is gonna be installing the hardware onto the actual rack that you're gonna be installing this on. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with these nuts here. You're gonna wanna go ahead and grab 4 per bracket. So 4 per rail. Now we'll start off with just this. Let's move on to the roof rack. So now with those 4 that I told you to grab, you're gonna wanna go ahead and slide them in. Let me show you guys before you do. So you're gonna notice, looking at it, there's gonna be like a nipple or like, it's just upwards. And on this side, it's flat. So the section that has it upwards like that, that's gonna go down. So what you do is you slide them into here. It's gonna be 2 there, and then 2 on the back side here. So each side should take a total of 4 of these. So now that I put 4 here, you're gonna see my cousin over there sliding the rest of them in. It's gonna be another 4 there. And then on the back rails, there'll be another 4 and 4. So just so you guys get an idea of how to install it. And right now it doesn't matter exactly where you put them, you just wanna slide them in. Now what you wanna do here is go ahead and now grab the brackets. All right, you guys, so now with the brackets, these bad boys here, you're gonna basically install them there. And there's gonna be, of course, 1, 2, 3, and 4 holes. So those, you're gonna have to line up with those nuts that you just inserted. So when in doing that, you wanna make sure you don't tighten it down all the way. Before we tighten stuff down though, you're gonna wanna go ahead and grab 1 more of those vibration dampeners and you're gonna put it on top of each one of those brackets. So like I had told you guys earlier, I'd show you in a later clip. So these are gonna be the dampening pads that you guys are going to receive. Now, if you guys got an earlier kit and it came with the thin ones, I'm pretty sure the company will send you out brand new ones of these ones that you will need. This is just gonna kind of help out with the sound, so that way the tent's not rattling when you have it installed. It's super simple. You just install it just like that. And you do it to all 4 feet. Nothing hard about it. It's just literally a little dampening that's used for sound reduction. One side will have the tape, which you just pull the backing, and then you install it just like that. And then you continue with the steps. Once again, and I keep repeating it, your guys's are probably gonna look a little different because these are just the prototypes. Now that you finished up with that, go ahead and grab the screws and the lock washers. All right, so once you have everything lined up next what you wanna do is go ahead and grab screws and lock washers. You insert them and you basically just go ahead and go to town, screw these away. Just make sure not to tighten them down all the way. You wanna make sure they're still loose so that way you can adjust if needed. So now that we installed those brackets, up next what we're gonna go ahead and do is now grab the tent and we're gonna go ahead and place it on top. In this section here, you probably wanna get 2 strong people like these guys here. Right now they're in the thinking process. You can tell the blood is rushing through their heads. Their heads are turning red. It's not because of the sun, it's because they're thinking. They're gonna start laughing right now and then they're gonna drop the tent on the roof. Keep in mind, this tent is a little bit on the heavier side, so it does kind of suck. So I feel their pain. So once you get it up there, just slide it right on and then we'll show you guys the rest. So now that everything's installed, don't forget, make sure to tighten down all your bolts nice and secure. So right now, all you have to do now with this pin is you literally slide it in. One thing you're gonna notice, it's not gonna just go in. There's a blue little button here. You're gonna have to push down and then it'll slide it all the way through. So now when you wanna take it off, you push that blue pin and it'll slide right out. So that's how these bad boys work. And then for the other side, we're actually gonna go install the lock. So 3 of them are gonna have this blue push pin. and one of the mounts are gonna have this lock. So let's show you guys how that works. Now the other 3 pins are installed. Now we're gonna do the one with the keys. So this one, you wanna make sure that this pin is outwards, which with the key, you'll see in a minute, I'll show you. We'll let it come out. So once it's out, you can push in, and then this little pin, push that inwards, and once it's in like that, now it's locked. Let me show you guys. Here's the key. On the key itself, it's gonna have like a little pin here, if you see that. You wanna make sure to match it up onto the lock, and then what you do is you turn it, and you're gonna hear it click. Once it clicks, it'll come right out. And when you take the key out, it'll only come out one way, and you'll see that pin is out again. So I'll show you guys outside of the truck. So the pin, when you're installing it, you know, you push in, push the pin, now it's locked. These 2 little balls should come out. And then when you go to unlock it, once again, match it up right there. And you saw those go inwards, and that's what allows you to release. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this one more time, just so I can have it locked in here. So now that everything's installed, now you can go ahead and try to shake it, and you're gonna see no one will be able to actually steal it, once again, because that lock is in place, and it's pretty sturdy on there. Keep in mind, with the dampeners that you guys are gonna receive, it's gonna make it even better. So there it is, you guys. If you do wanna go ahead and get this product, make sure to check out the description box below. Once again, I've linked a discount code. If you guys do want it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. That was probably the easiest install we've ever done, huh? So one thing we wanted to let you guys know from earlier, if you guys check out these rails, they're a lot skinny. So if your rails look like this, once again, it won't work, but you can make it work. What you need to do is actually remove the railing from inside the tent, and then those plate brackets that I told you guys, you'd have to install it from the top, and then the other bracket install from here. So basically you'd sandwich it together without those rails. So once again, it'll work, but it's gonna take some modification. So if your rails look like that, just keep that in mind, okay, when you guys are purchasing it.
JesseRizo is here for you. It's here for you, Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.